Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I am One Bar with Lupicus, and in today's episode, we're talking about five potential free agents that the Vikings could still look to sign, even though the Vikings have been fairly busy. They still got a little bit of work to do, I think, and there's some good players out there we're going to talk about.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves. I think every Vikings fan is very ecstatic with the moves the team has made so far. If it were to end right now, they'd be very happy with the moves and, just look forward to the draft. But I don't know. The Vikings still have a little bit of cap space. They could definitely bring in somebody, and we're going to give you 5 names of who those people can be.
I mean, this part of the free agency, it's like the drippings are left. And sometimes the drippings are the best part. So there's still some good players out there that can be had for a decent price. And this is where the Vikings shine.
This is free agent drippings the Vikings could still feast on.
Drippings. All right, who's on? You start. You got 3. I got 2.
Well, I'm gonna follow the theme here of the Vikings bringing guys back. We already saw it with Stephen Weatherly. We saw it just on Friday with Mackenzie Alexander, and why not? The Vikings could still use one more edge rusher. Why not keep that trend going with Everson Griffin? At this point in his career, he ain't going to cost you much of anything. You know what you get with Griff. He's still got a good motor. He's still a good locker room guy. Yes, there's been some off-the-field kind of stuff there. He didn't say the greatest things about Kirk Cousins. But, again, that's already been, 2 months ago. I forgot about it. I didn't know what it was. So maybe the Vikings have poo-poo that away. And if they want to give one last little, oomph to their pass rushing core, they could bring back Griff.
Yeah, something tells me the Vikings haven't forgot what he said, but I would be fine with it talent-wise. I like it. I just think it would have happened by now. Everybody loves Griffin. He fills a need. We definitely need to look at another edge rusher, no doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, it would happen.
Well, I mean, he's still out there. I mean, there's kind of buying time, seeing if, and that could be something that happens after the draft as well. If Griffin was going to sign with the team, probably, like you said, it probably would happen by now. But the fact that he's still out there means he might continue to still be out there.
All right, so that is a defensive end option, familiar face. I'm going on the offensive line. Ram Austin Blythe, guard/center. He's been getting some steam with the Vikings, at least on Twitter, however you want to take that. But he is one of the best guards available still. He plays guard, he plays center. If the Vikings were to sign him, obviously he'd probably go to guard. The question is, he plays right guard. Is Ezra Cleveland the left tackle, all that fun stuff. But Blythe has been pretty good. Seems like he kind of goes up and down a little bit. Former, 7th rounder. Colts got him. Good run blocker. Let's see. His PFF was 69 in 2020. And the thing is, in 2018, his first year as a starter, it was 76.4. Dude just had a fantastic year, and then he had a really shitty year in 2019. In 2020, he came back a little bit. So it's not like he's going to come in and be the savior, but he's going to come in and probably be like a Josh Klein type of signing that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'd love to have another Josh Klein. I do think if you sign Austin Blythe, he is a starter at guard. So you fill one of those spots, which I still think the Vikings need to do, whether that's at tackle or guard. You want to have at least one starter set in stone. You got Cleveland kind of hovering around 2 positions. Mason Cole, who they traded for, I feel is more of a backup option. I hope to God he doesn't have to start. But, Austin Blythe, I think as far as guards go, this is probably the best the Vikings can hope for at this point.
Yeah, and I think if they did sign him a right guard like that, I think it paints a picture where Ezra Cleveland is our left tackle, and they worry about left guard in the draft.
Yeah, it sounds like Vera Tucker time then.
Vera Tucker time. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
You hate Vera Tucker. Who else you got?
Well, we already saw the Vikings bring in one legendary player, and they've gone to the Cardinals twice. This is something Vikings fans have wanted to see for years. Larry Fitzgerald come on home to where he used to be a ball boy, be the Vikings' 3rd wide receiver in what is probably his last season in the NFL. Larry Fitzgerald, he's still got plenty in the tank. He's still a solid option. He can still catch. He moves fairly well for his age, and you know, what he brings as a teammate is huge. He's just a consummate professional. You know, he can help the progression of Justin Jefferson. And, you know, I still think he has something to play and he can bring to the field. So as a third option for 1 year, they could do worse than Larry Fitzgerald. And I'd love to see him in purple end his career at home.
Yeah, the heartstrings would love to see him here. The reason why I think this might like a Larry Fitzgerald type guy might actually be on the table mildly is just because it's not like our third and fourth receiver are these young guys we drafted that are up and comers. BC Johnson isn't the future. Chad Beebe isn't the future. So why not plug the hole with just a seasoned vet like him? It's not like you're hampering anybody. And we'll see what Fitzgerald is going to do. It seems like he's very secretive. I mean, I could see him going to like a team like the Bucks, try to get a ring or something, but I could also see him wanting to come home. It's just a matter if we'd want him.
Yeah, there was the two teams supposedly he said he'd go to is Minnesota and Tampa Bay. So whether that was true or not, we'll see. But
I'm going to pretend it is.
Would be nice. It would be nice.
30. He's going to be 38 years old. When's the last time a receiver was 38 years old?
I don't know. Probably Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I think he was. I think Fitzgerald had like 40 some catches last year.
Yeah, he still produces. He
could come to this team and add some. Yes, I would love what he would do for Justin Jefferson, and it would be fantastic to see him in purple. I'm going with the receiver as well. This one is definitely not even close to as sexy as Larry Fitzgerald. But when you look at receivers, who's left? Our dream of adding that day one starting slot receiver number 3 doesn't appear to really be there anymore because it's pretty damn picked clean. I'm going Dede Westbrook from the Jags. I'm really hoping this Keenan McCardle connection comes through for me here, but I actually like Westbrook. He had a couple of good years his first 2 years. He's he had like 60 some catches his rookie year and the year after, and he can return punts. The thing is, he's coming off a torn ACL last year in week 7, which he should be fine Danny by then, but he's a good slot receiver. He's speedy as hell. He ran a 4.39 in his pro day. So I would be all for Dede Westbrook coming in, fighting for that number 3, number 4 spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain one bit about Dede Westbrook. You know, younger than Larry Fitzgerald, still a solid option as a number 3 man. I love the fact that he can return punts as well. So, yeah, you'd hope this Keenan McCardle connection can produce some useful fruit here. And, yeah, as far as a third receiver goes, you do a lot worse than Dede Westbrook. So I'd be all for that. I'd be game for that. Interesting side note, one time in my old house, I was vacuuming and I turned around and Dede Talbot was standing in my living room.
Well, I hope you offered her a cold drink or a coffee or something.
Also known as Dede Piss Pants from what she did at the Legion.
I don't like where this story is going, but I'm very surprised Dede Westbrook isn't signed yet. It's not like he's going to cost a bunch of money.
That receiver market's been weird. You see the one guy getting paid, Kenny Galladay. Everybody else got like 1 year deals for a lot less than you would have thought they would have gotten. So the fact that Dede Westbrook is still available, mildly surprising when you see guys like Kendrick Bourne who signed right away and another crusty receiver who signed early. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. What was his injury? Was it a Achilles? You said
tore his ACL in week 7.
Yeah, so that might be part of it too. Teams want to see how healthy he is, and maybe they're not really able to get a good look at him with the whole COVID stuff going on. But
I'd love it. We got to bring some receiver in.
Well, we will. Whether that's through the draft or free agency, we'll see. But again, the Vikings still got room to make one more move, and I think a lot of Vikings fans would be very excited if that last move was going with the former number 1 overall pick, played in Kansas City, Eric Fisher. Here's what worries me. I've kind of come to the conclusion that the Vikings are most likely going to draft an offensive lineman at pick 14, whether I like it or not. I think right now the favorites have to be Christian Darrisaw or Elijah Vera Tucker. I just don't think Rashawn Slater is going to be there. What worries me about, you know, even if it's Ezra Cleveland, if it's Christian Darrisaw, you know, having a young guy play left tackle in what to me is a very crucial year. The Vikings kind of just revamped their defense. It feels like they're ready to make a push. You know, Mike Zimmer, again, I still feel is in a make it or break it kind of year. So I think starting with a young left tackle, whether that's Cleveland or a rookie, is very, very risky. Getting Eric Fisher as just kind of that transition piece, that bridge player to kind of get through this year, whether it's half the year or the full year, to have an established left starter at left tackle would be huge for this team. Then you can plug Ezra Cleveland back inside. If you do sign a guard, then you got your guard situations figured out. But I'd love to see Eric Fisher start at left tackle for the Vikings over a rookie or Ezra Cleveland at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about Dede Westbrook tore his ACL. Eric Fisher tore his ACL. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. I'd be all for it, obviously. I mean, he's 30 years old, but the fact he's coming off that ACL, he's not going to be ready, I think they said, till late August. And even then, you're not sure what you're getting. So if they were to sign him, it would have to be very incentive heavy. It's not like you're just going to throw a bunch of money at this guy, a huge signing bonus, because you're not sure what the hell you're going to get. So he could be around for a while. Teams are probably a little gun shy, but he's another name that, whether it's real or not, has been floated around with the Vikings. But we've kind of had every offensive lineman rumored to the Vikings lately.
Well, maybe we can give a little incentive and try to get another one of those sauce posters and maybe send that his way, entice him.
God, think that'll do it?
It might be enough.
Fisher is he's another one that had some really, like 2020, he had a fantastic season. I think his rating was like 80 something, but he's another one that seems to fluctuate quite a bit, a la Riley Reif. But he would be damn good. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, even if it was just for 1 year, that's all I'm looking for. Just plug him in for a year and let the rookie or Cleveland take over.
Well, if they make a big signing like that, a big signing at left tackle, they're going to have to do it before the draft.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you want to have that player in place. It might not mean you're still not going to take a guy. I think it depends on the length of the contract that you're giving this vet, but I don't know, man. Just to have somebody there. I don't like Cleveland, O'Neal, and Rashad Hill. I think that left tackle spot is very much up in the air. So we'll see what happens. That's all we can do at this point.
Up in the air. Good movie. All right. Those are our five free agents that are still out there tickling our funny parts, getting us excited. Let us know in the comments if there's a free agent that gets you excited that you're hoping is coming to the purple still.
Yeah, the pickings are getting very, very slim, as they say.
The drippings.
The drippings are they're turning from drippings into just crust on the old pan.
Ooh, that can be good too.
It can be good. All right. Slugs like eating rat poison. It's like candy to them. Don't forget that.